What's going on? Right, I couldn't even get the first word out. It's already gone wrong. It's already gone wrong.
Go on. Let's start the show.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to United View. Hope everyone is doing well, having a great Thursday. As you can see, and as you heard straight away, I am joined by KG this evening. Now,
let's go.
Before you say anything, before you get excited, before you get ahead of yourselves, this is not the KO show. This I feel like we need to set those expectations early, KG. You know what I mean? I feel like people are thinking.
Oh, sorry about that. That's the notification telling me that we're live.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. So if people want to know, because there's a big thing about my internet. No, it has not been fixed. It was meant to be fixed on Tuesday, but I had a complete lemon come round to my house to set out my internet. He didn't know what he's doing, so someone else is coming on next week Tuesday. That's why. But hopefully I'm good today. I'm as good as it's going to be in it.
Yeah, you're crisp. It's fine. It's no problem.
Yeah. But wicked. Cool. That's good.
Okay. There you go. Red Baron's already with the super chat says Owen equals order, KG equals chaos. The perfect balance, the yin and yang.
That's right. And we got so much to talk about, bro.
We've got a lot to talk about. We do. We've got so much to talk about. Before we even get into all of that, though, we have to do a bit of housekeeping, right? You know, as your parents always told you when you're younger, you've got to do your chores first. Right, KG?
I never did it.
Before you play Sonic on Sega Mega Drive, you know, they go, look, do your chores first. We got to do our chores first.
I was more of a virtual race. I was more of a virtual racer kind of guy. You know that, like Colin McRae and stuff. Yeah. But anyway, go on.
It was never my thing, that Colin McRae. I just couldn't get.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm one of those people that even when I was playing like Grand Theft Auto, occasionally I'll go, you know what would be really fun? If I drive normal. I drive normal in it.
Oh, you're that guy that drives in Grand Theft, and if you crash, you get out the car and get a new one, innit?
Well, no, I don't crash, KG, because I'm obeying the speed limit as you should. Okay, I'm stopping at red lights. You know, I'm not honking at anyone or doing anything like that. I'm just I'm getting from A to B.
What the hell's wrong with this guy? You know, that's why we need you, because I don't play like that. I just mash it up.
Not all the time. Not all the time. Just occasionally.
Before it explodes.
Just occasionally. Occasionally, I'll be like, you know what would be really fun here? Let's go really crazy. Is if we just actually keep to the rules.
Oh, and you need to change. Well, go on. Let's tell them the house rules. We're close to. Are we close? Are we gonna hit the thing today?
Well, I counted before we went live. We are 170 subscribers away. 170. Okay, so if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. 170 subscribers away from 100K. And whilst you're down there, click the like button as well. Now, I was thinking about this, KG. I think that might be out of our reach tonight. But could you imagine if it was the ultimate tap-in merchant?
You know what? It would be a tap-in special, you know. And I secretly want it to be us. I'm gutted that it's not like 30 or something. It's asking a lot right now. This is asking a lot. Yeah. But I'm gonna be hating on the person. I'm gonna be like, you know, when Ronaldo, you know, we won the Champions League, but Ronaldo missed his penalty. And deep down, you know, in Ronaldo's mind, it was like, should have scored. And he enjoyed it, but not as much as he wanted to. That's what it's gonna be for me. If I'm not on stream, hey, you got Owen plays Sonic, but still obey the speed limits. That's funny.
That's really funny. Yeah, it's really funny.
It's really good. That's really good.
It is quite good, that one. I like that one.
Yeah.
But let's get onto it. Let's get on to what we're going to talk about, which is Ten Hag's transfer list, right? There have been, I don't know if you've seen KG, because you're one of these people, you'll wait. You'll try and ignore it all.
I do ignore it all.
Yeah, yep. Exactly. So this is going to be a bit of a bombardment towards you, in fairness, this evening. Because I've
been reading because I've been away. I usually go away because I know there's nothing to be excited about. You know, there's nothing to, you know, but then it's a new dawn. So I actually know a few of the players, but you can say them and I can pretend to be surprised.
Oh, this is why you're an actor, okay? You can get into character, you can act surprised. I'm sure you've got several different surprise faces, surprise characters.
Tell me the first one.
Okay. Let me find. Okay, Calvin Phillips. That was really good.
Calvin, linked to us. Shut up. Really? From Leeds, though, how would he make the move? There's a big rivalry between the
place for Leeds. Mine was more sort of That's So Raven. Kind of I'm having a vision.
I'm playing. Let's be serious, because people
get angry.
I've got like there's 10 people that watch United View regularly, and they hate my personality. So they get really angry when I don't talk about football the way they want me to. So let's go.
Okay. So when it comes to transfers, Samuel Luckhurst is saying that Manchester United will not advance with any transfers until they have finalised a deal for Erik ten Hag to become the next manager. He's expected to be appointed by United before the summer transfer window formally opens on June 10. Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing that we're like, okay, whilst we're looking at players, we're not going to do any transfers, we're not going to do any business until the ultimate business is done in Erik ten Hag?
They're lying. These are lies. You should be able to hear, like, we know lies. Erik ten Hag was the one that sanctioned Bruno getting a new contract. I just want people to know that if you weren't sure, he's a big part of that. Bruno doesn't just sign a contract. I know Bruno's all in, totally passionate about the club. Ten Hag it's been done. The major issue is Ajax. He's in a title race. He's got things to worry about. But then if he starts trying to buy players now, it would look a sort of way. Some will see it as tapping up. Some will see it as downright cheating. So what has to happen is he sent a little note. Yeah, it's probably at the end of the presentation. This is how I imagine it. He had the presentation of how he's going to play. And then after he said, thank you for your questions, then there's these other slides that came up, just a diagonal. Yeah. And it just had a picture of Timber. He was the first one that he had on his side.
Exactly.
Yeah, it had him. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, because you sort of answered my next question, because when I saw that and they said, oh, we're not going to do any business until we've got Ten Hag, I was going to go, but then what about the contracts? Because you can't say, oh, we're not going to sign anyone just in case Ten Hag doesn't want them. But at the same time, Bruno gets a contract. Rashford's reportedly going to get a contract. Luke Shaw's going to get a contract. There has to be some kind of conversation right there.
I don't think he's part of the Luke Shaw and Rashford contract. I don't think he's part. Nah, I think it's what the club would like. I think the club, again, remember, we're really reluctant to sell. And in their heads, they're like, why are we said, like, I could imagine the Glazers saying, why are we selling them for? Obviously, they don't watch our games, but they'll be like, they're not like our other injured players. It's not like a Phil Jones. That's where it makes sense to them. They're like, we sell players that are broken, that don't work for us anymore. I get why they want to sell Phil Jones. I get why they want. Look at Mata. Mata's going to be here forever. Matic will probably get a new contract. We're so used to renewing contracts that
we've got some Matic news, by the way.
Really? Yeah, I haven't heard anything about this.
No, exactly.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about this. It's hot off the press to me. Yeah. But on a serious note, I believe part of the Bruno contract, the Rashford and Shaw one, I don't think he's behind that. I do believe that is upstairs. I do believe that's someone else that believes there's quality there. I don't think Luke Shaw or Rashford deserve even a sniff of a new deal right now. Nothing at all. Not at all. And after Luke Shaw's comments, he better start playing for a contract, actually, because we can say bye to him too.
They reckon he's going to be out for even longer as well, Luke Shaw. There was something out today saying that this was the thing. When Ralph said last week, oh, he's having an operation to get the screws, the metal screws out of his leg from his 2015 leg break. Oh, he'll be back in 2 or 3 weeks. I was thinking, that's a pretty quick recovery, getting screws out your leg.
In 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know what we're
end of season. End of season.
End of season.
I don't think he'll play again for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and we won't even see him preseason. He won't have a preseason. It's going to be the same Luke Shaw. It's going to be the same. He's not going to get a preseason. And I honestly pray that he doesn't get a new contract. I really do. I really do.
Big statement. I saw this on Twitter earlier. Eagle-Eyed Football says, KG, the Maguire versus Hanley comparison was jokes. KG, for those who are not familiar, explain what Eagle-Eyed Football is referencing there.
Basically, we've been royally mugged off by Norwich FC, guys. Norwich, the team with a budgie on their crest. What kind of bird is it? You look like you'd know.
Canary.
What is it?
Canary.
A bloody canary, yeah? It's not really the most apex predator of bird, in it. It's not like an eagle. I just see it as a budgie, really, and it's a disrespect what they did. So let me just put up I have to get it. It's the only way for you guys to really understand the disrespect that I felt earlier today. Here you go. And everyone's laughing, thinking it's funny from the Norwich account. Yeah. There we go. Boom. Yep. They got our captain in Harry Maguire versus their number 5, Hanley. Yep. Let's look at this thing because they do it head to head. Both got 26 appearances. Both scored 1 goal. By the way, one of these cost 80 million. I'll let you guess. Yep. Jules won. One of them's got 116. The other one's got 143. Which one do you think cost 80 million? Clean sheets, both on 6. Passing accuracy, 8.
The table.
Passing accuracy, one's got 86 and the other one's got 82. Tackles 1, 17. And the other guy, 21. Which one cost 80? Bro, it's disgusting. Hanley is looking better than Maguire in the stats. And they know what they're doing because they're playing us soon. That I think this is disrespectful because they should be fearing us. Would they ever try this nonsense when we was in our pomp? We're a disgrace. We're finished. I wouldn't do that if I knew I was playing them because we should put loads of goals past them, but they know we can't do it. That's the embarrassment.
Exactly. So is it disrespectful then on their part?
Yeah, it's like kicking someone when they're down, innit?
Yeah, but the person who's down is Manchester United, and we're suddenly on Norwich's level, and they're like, welcome. Welcome to this level.
I think
people take the piss out of you every week. They're loving it. Misery loves company, KG. That's what they're like.
Don't you think? So you don't think I think that's a big disrespect. I couldn't believe it. There was too many.
I'm surprised you were so angry by it. I was surprised. I get the like, oh, I tell you what, they're taking the mick and all that kind of stuff. But look, like that's not surprising.
I know.
Did you see those stats? Did you see those stats and be like, I'm shocked?
No, I weren't shocked at all. But sometimes it's one of those ones where like when you cuss your family, but when other people get involved, you're like, oh, I can say that.
Exactly. Yes.
I can say that. I don't know where you're getting involved. And especially when and for that, ain't Norwich at the bottom of the table as well? Are they like relegation? They're like dead bottom.
Yeah.
Why do we have the same stats as someone that's dead bottom though?
That was my point. Clean sheets, 6 and 6.
Oh my God. So that shows you without David De Gea, only God knows what we'll be getting through. But it is a disgrace. I'm not really angry. I just think it's just a shame to know that teams like Norwich will banter you before a game. It kind of makes me. It's a sombering moment to know that we're this rubbish. That a team with a budgie on their crest are talking to the Red Devils. We got like a pitchfork in our logo and that. It's proper. And now there's a canary chucking it. We're finished. Yeah. We've absolutely lost that.
I like the way so you judge clubs based on what animal or mythical beast they have on their shirt.
Just saying.
It's like a game of Top Trump. You wear it and go, Budgie, not even the right bird, but Budgie versus a devil with a pitchfork. I don't think so. Okay.
Anyway, I'm in a playful mood if you can't tell. But yeah.
Me too. I mean, I've got to tell you what, right? This is another thing I wanted to talk about. And this wasn't something I looked up because I knew we were going to be doing a show. This isn't me taking the mick. This isn't me trying to rattle you or anything like that. This was in an article. Okay. So this isn't me trying to rattle you or anything like that.
There we go.
So it was this big long article by Samuel Luckhurst who was talking about the scouting department at Manchester United, right?
Oh,
he was saying that sources say the Manchester United scouting network has expanded so widely. They have detailed dossiers on any player of interest across different continents. And you go, I like that. Okay, I like seeing that kind of stuff. Manchester United finalized their shortlist of targets in January, and Matt Judge, the director of football negotiations, is tasked with executing deals from February onwards. You go, okay, I'm interested in seeing that. Now, a little part of this article, which again, I'm not trying to rile you up. I'm not trying to take the mick or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah.
said that Ed Woodward had identified the technical chief scout, Mick Court, as instrumental. He had the power to veto targets, but it's considered that Court's recruitment department is a small team. Court's team was also not responsible for the infamous 804-man shortlist of right-backs Manchester United drafted in 2019 before signing Aaron Wan-Bissaka for 45 million, rising to 50 million. Now, again, I'm not trying to rattle you. And this wasn't even this guy. They're saying Mick Court, he wasn't responsible for this. I had never heard that before, that we had a shortlist of 804 right-backs in 2019, and we landed. And look, at the time when we signed Wan-Bissaka, there were people who were like, oh, promising, up and comer. But what were the other people on that shortlist?
That shortlist was crazy. Wambi,
it's not even short. How is that shortlist? It's 804. How can you have a shortlist that's that long? It's a long list.
No, 800. Literally, like that's how much people sometimes you have watching like a watch along. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people to. That means Wan-Bissaka is better than 804 right backs.
But which one? But which one did he get? Imagine Ollie goes, I tell you what, they've only gone and got my 700th choice.
Oh shit, this club is fucking crazy. No, on a real, I heard that we scouted Wan-Bissaka we watched him like, how many games did we watched a lot of Wan-Bissaka? There was a lot.
We were 500 people in at that point.
Yeah. Damn it, man. This club, it makes me sad that Ed Woodward said, you're telling me the current scout, Ed Woodward found. Is that what I'm trying to hear right now? Because that's
I don't know, but basically, Samuel Lucas is saying that this Mick Court guy, he wasn't responsible for that, and it's a small team. But they're also saying, but the scouting network's so extensive that we've got dossiers on all of these players. But my question to you was going to be,
who found him though? This is important. You're telling me that Ed Woodward found this Court guy.
Yes, that he put a lot of responsibility on him, but they're saying that Court's team wasn't responsible for that long shortlist. And I think your question's right. Well, who is? And also, it's great hearing this report saying, I tell you what, the scouting network has got so extensive. We've got dossiers on all of these people across different continents. We know all of these players. Where is the evidence of that? Like you put the question out there before. How many signings could you say over the last decade could you go, oh yeah, they came in and they improved massively?
None.
Where is the evidence? None
except Bruno. Bruno's the only player that's come and improved, or maybe stayed consistent to what he's been like. Where before he got here, we're taking a piss, and I'm a little bit worried because I always say that Ed Woodward is the original Palpatine. The Sith Lord in the background, still in control. I hope he hasn't got dealings. I hope that his hand is not still over this club. I like to believe that it's a new dawn, a fresh start. I keep getting fresh start vibes, especially coming from the fact that Woodward wanted Poch so badly. Woodward was a Poch lover, and there was a lot of the ex-players that wanted Poch. For the first time, I don't believe the club is listening to the ex-players and what Woodward wanted.
The current players. They said, but they didn't ask. But some of those who didn't want Ten Hag, they went, no, we don't care. We're getting him.
Even that, though, the fact that they asked the players, don't you just want to...
They used to. Yeah.
The fact that they asked the players, it annoys me a bit. Like, even the... I don't know if you've had your response to this, but what did you think about Ronaldo and the Conte? Ronaldo not wanting Conte?
It was wild. If that's true, that is such a wild story. Now, I reckon, honestly, that I don't think because when you hear it, you think they were undecided, and Ronaldo went, no, don't get him, and they went, okay. I think it's more of a case of they were looking for reasons, and they heard Ronaldo, and he went, no, I don't want him. They went, okay, but even so, that conversation, it doesn't matter. It doesn't it really doesn't matter what the players. I mean, that conversation happens is a problem.
It's a big problem. There's, I always think I see it like this as well, and you're not even thinking about the longevity. That Ronaldo has to have maximum 2 years at this club. And you say to yourself, I know Conte can be volatile, but Conte's only volatile when he doesn't really get backed or they want to sell his best player. That's when he's going to lose it and he's going to go another way. But to think we potentially could have had Conte, but because Ronaldo, didn't want him, they said, no, it does make me sick to my stomach. Because we saw when we was looking for a manager, in that moment, and I know Conte was probably waiting for the call when Spurs was really like pushing for him. He's probably sitting back waiting for United to call. But I believe that conversation with Ronaldo was a really important one. And we can't, again, the player power, these players are so used. So you ask yourself about entitlement. These players know they're a part of the big decisions where it has nothing to do with them. And that has to change. I think, if anything, that should be the first change. I can't believe they were allowed to say do you want Eric Ten Hag? None of them play like none of them have played like a senior player this season to even have the gall to ask for something like that. You just take whatever's coming to you. It's like being on a I don't know, a desert island or something, and then being like, I'm a vegan. Bruv, come on.
It work, to be fair, if you're on a desert island, because there's not going to be a lot of meat around. It's probably going to be a lot of plants, maybe.
Oh, I don't know. One of those islands.
I'm thinking more
an island with meat.
Right,
God.
yeah. There's lots of wildlife there, and you're going, well, I'm a vegan. I don't want to touch the wildlife. And you're like, look, okay, it's that or berries that are going to kill you. So I would probably eat the animal.
Or you're going to get...
I'm not really sure where I'm going.
Exactly. Or you're going to get mugged off by budgies, bro.
I'm not sure where I was going with that until I got properly into it. I was going, I'd probably then have to eat the animal because the berries would be poisonous. And I sort of realized that this analogy doesn't exist.
A scorpion or a cactus. What? I only drink sparkling water. Exactly. I hate these. Nah. I'm not gonna become Faz. No, I'm gonna relax. Thank you. You almost got me going there. Just thinking about how mad these players are. They're so infuriating. And we've allowed this to happen for so long that who do they think they are? We don't like training. Shut up about you don't like training. We gotta train till 5. I get it now. I actually understand it. These lot, I don't know who they think they are, but they're part of all the decisions. It's disgusting. I want them gone.
Yeah.
I want them gone.
Wow, that's a good point that we'll move on to now, because agents have been told, this comes from Laurie Whitwell, that Manchester United are looking for a striker, 2 central midfielders and a right winger in the summer. In addition to that, Samuel Luckhurst says that Man United could also be in the market for a fullback, centre-back and backup keeper, depending on the situation when it comes to Dean Henderson as well. Do you see the summer actually being that busy? Because, again, we'll get into players in a second when it comes to actual specific players, but there are lots of players who are going to leave in the summer. That is going to happen. I think that's inevitable. Players coming to the end of their contracts, all that kind of stuff. But in terms of like incomings, they're saying they're like, oh yeah, 2 central midfielders, a striker, a right winger, a backup goalkeeper, maybe a centre back, a fullback. Honestly,
it has to make sense.
Shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if we see like 3 signings and they just go like,
it's impossible. That's impossible.
What, just free?
Yeah, it can't be free. The reason why the kid that can't be named, Voldemort, we have to replace him. You know who I'm talking about.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So we replace Voldemort up front. Martial comes back. That's cool. Jesse Lingard.
Yeah, but when's Martial going to come back? He's one of the names rumored to be leaving.
No, that's what I'm saying. Jesse Lingard's gone, so we have to replace Jesse Lingard, right?
I mean, yeah, I thought you said Martial was going to stay.
No, Martial's staying. No one wants him. That guy's staying. He ain't getting anywhere. Martial is here for the long haul. He's going to try and, tell the fans that never wanted to leave. Don't know what that Sevilla stuff was. I don't even know why you lot thought I was, because there was a lot of quotes when he left. Yeah. He really thought he weren't coming back. No, bruv, coming back to your parent club. Yeah. So he's staying until a team, maybe, I don't know if he wants to go to a Newcastle and they put in a bid, but I imagine Martial's going to be here. I imagine Ten Hag talking to Martial and saying, you know what, I could do something with you. I could imagine him saying that. I could imagine him gassing him, telling him things that he would like to hear. But Cavani's gone. You need to replace Cavani. That's an important replacement. So then after
striker.
So that's 2 strikers gone. Yeah, Darwin, you think he's coming?
No, I said that's the one. I just said that we're gonna go with Darwin.
Okay, cool. So then you got the 2 strikers gone, yeah, that we need to replace. Pogba, gone. Yeah,
that's the midfielder.
Must replace Pogba. I believe who else is in midfield that Nemanja.
Well, we just need another midfielder because we didn't get one last year. That's what we were looking for, wasn't it? We were looking for that central defensive midfielder. We just need one, not even to replace anyone.
There you go. So we're already, you get it, right? So we need to bring in a midfielder. I imagine we should, because Matic can't be staying. Surely he's gone. Surely he's not. Yeah,
that literally just come out about maybe 5 or 10 minutes before we went live.
Okay.
Jonathan Traeger reported that said, as it stands, Nemanja Matic will be leaving in the summer. So Matic looks to be gone.
Matic, Pogba, that midfield is looking light, and we actually use Matic. He's actually a player that he's been getting a lot of minutes. Plus one matter. Those are 3 midfielders. So for me, it's getting on the light side. Yeah. Now let's get into the defense. Bailly is cutting. Bailly is leaving. He's furious. Bailly's not happy with the treatment he's had under Ralph, under any manager. Yeah. He wants out. He's probably been less seen under Ralph than he was under Ollie, which is insane. You know, he wants out. Phil Jones wants out. I think those two. You know, but we're
working under the assumption that all of those players that go out are going to get replaced. And this was my sort of thinking, that some of those players might not be replaced. They might look at people going, well, do you know, Donny van der Beek's going to come back off loan. We're going to play Hannibal more next season. James Garner's come in. Like, my point was, would you be shocked if actually we get to the end of the summer? It's like, actually, we saw all these people leave, but we only signed like 3 or 4 people because I mean, do United even, when was the last time United signed like 5 or 6 people in a summer? Was it like Van Gaal's first season when they went crazy?
And this is the thing. I think it sounds crazy, but I have to believe that Man United would do something like this, go crazy in the market. Again, when we don't get top 4, we'll do a madness, try to back the manager in the craziest way. Because Glazers just want to get back into the top 4 things straight away. You know, so like, how do we get back in? I'll buy it for you. Even if that's a Pogba and Ibrahimovic, I'm going to give you exactly what you need to like go for it. I imagine they'll spend money. And why I think we're going to get a few signings is I take in the Ralph element. Ralph has got great relationships across Europe. Ralph I could imagine him getting us players that would get on the cheap. You know, he saw Mane. Mane on his list way before anyone knew what that was. You know, he does have a good black book. He does have a good black book, and I can imagine.
Ralph's going to be involved, though.
Of course, he's involved.
Is Ralph, he though? That's the thing.
Has to be. I'm hearing they said that Ralph is the reason why we have Ten Hag. So how can he not be involved? But
they're also saying that he's going to be doing 6 days a month as well, don't they? They say, 6 days a month, and it's largely going to be hands off because Merton, whoever the deputy football director is going to be in there. Darren Fletcher's the technical director. Ralph's just a phone call away, all that kind of stuff. Maybe you're right in terms of Ralph can be a bit more of a facilitator, shall we say? We've done a dossier on this guy. Do you know someone at that club we could talk to? Do you know?
There you go.
Maybe that's what he could do.
I want Ralph to be a big part of these deals. I'm not going to lie to you. I think Ralph, it'll be stupid. Can you imagine? I pay you a monthly salary and I don't lean on your expertise. That don't make no sense.
Manchester United. Come on.
Yeah. No,
but about logic in an illogical world, KG.
We have to believe that it has to change. We understand. I think the club knows that it's broken. You know, as I said, I always go back to it. When a canary starts sending shots, when a canary song is no longer sweet, you have to like that. Or a budgie. You know you're finished. You know you're in trouble. And I believe that these guys realize we're broken. They thought that we was going to salvage things. They was really hoping that Ralph was going to save us and get us into the top 4. Unfortunately, that is not happening. And they're looking at it thinking, this is a serious overhaul. We have to change. Something is broken at this club. We must change it. So that I believe this club's hit rock bottom, personally. I believe that just all the results that we're getting shows we no longer compete with the elites. we have to look at everything. We have to say what was broken needs to be fixed. And the first thing is they sacked Woodward because of that. We have to remember that. Woodward had to go. They were happy with the dividends they were getting, but they started to realize this thing's turning. We had the march, we had the fans protest, we've had all these things, and I think they're saying to themselves, we can't just keep going the way we was going. Some things have to be looked at. And then now you hear with the new guy saying that he's not really, he wants the football things to be led to football people. This is what I want to hear. And if you bring in Ralph, this is just me being hopeful. Again, I said I'm hopeful that this has to be a new dawn, and everyone's realized how bad we are. I'm honestly hoping that that's the case, and we're learning. We're right now learning, and instead of doing that job for boys or letting the pundits choose who our next manager is, we're really listening to the correct people. I really hope that's the case.
Tabarez says only 3 signings: Donny van der Beek and others counter signings. Patrick says Dino staying, man. Eric Ten Hag wanted him in January. Rest in peace, Fordia. David Fordia. Yeah. I mean, as puns go, it's not them. Yeah. Ray Diaz says Donny replaces Pogba. He's got to play for Eric Ten Hag. And I think that's it. Yeah, I honestly, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if it was just a few signings in the summer. You're right in terms of there needs to be major work done to the squad, but
yeah,
we know historically how slow they are at doing deals. I think the greater emphasis will be on getting people out of the club as opposed to getting them in. I mean, this is an interesting one. So this comes from Jack Gorn from the Daily Mail. Says that Eric Ten Hag is considering moving for long-term target Steven Bergwijn when he takes over at Manchester United. He's likely to cost around 20 million. Ten Hag has made approaches to sign Bergwijn in each of the 3 last transfer windows, but Ajax's budget could not extend to Bergwijn's wage of more than £100,000 a week. Steven Bergwijn. Is that what we're looking for, KG?
You know what we're doing? You know what they're going to do, which is really funny? It's like, if there's anyone that's had any moment in the Dutch league or just been, likes orange. Orange might be their favorite color. They're going to get linked with Man United. As soon as if there's Van in your name, you're linked with Van. It's going to be like Schneider all over again. This is going to be insane. Like the backroom staff, they've gone crazy. They've literally named everyone Dutch in that, like,
that play for Man United. Alexander Butner, he's got to come in to be a coach. Raymond van der Houw, get him in.
You are an absolute disgrace.
It is disgraceful. Like, I think this is disgraceful reporting, but it does make me chuckle every now and then. I'm like, they don't even know this. The one person I feel bad for, and just go down this road with me because it is funny. Yeah. Like, and this is how my mind thinks. Yeah. Poor old Steve McLaren. Yeah. Probably still in the rain. Can't work his umbrella. One day he's like
coffee. People forget that he was drinking the coffee at the time.
Yeah. Umbrella. Yeah. And then after he's like, his wife comes to him, it's like, you're trending on Twitter. And he's like, really? What's Twitter? You know what I mean? He's so excited. Yeah. And then he thinks, you're being linked with going back. You're being linked with Man United again. And potentially you're going to be a number 2. He starts celebrating because he believes everything on Twitter is real, like a lot of people. Yeah. Only to realize, because I found out today, he hasn't been contacted. He's not a part of it. Eric Ten Hag does not.
He just gave him a reference. He basically just gave him a reference. When they were doing the references, they went, do you know anyone wants a reference? You know Steve McLaren, he used to be at the club. Yeah. You'll give me a good reference. He sends him a nice little email going, Eric's a great guy. He's a hard worker. He's punctual. He's got a lot of detail in all of his dossiers. And they're like, oh, we like that. And as if then it's like, Steve, do you fancy a job while you're writing the reference? Because you're handing them out.
I feel for that guy, man. Because as far as he's concerned, he was coming. If he's listening to transfer news, he's on his way. And yeah, it's not happening. Sorry, Mr. McLaren. Because he'd still be the Wally with the Broly in it. That was his name, right?
Yeah.
We don't call him
the Broly.
The Wally with the Brody. I
Well,
can't believe he was
yeah.
linked with Man United and coming back. I thought that was disgraceful. You know,
Well, I mean, as I don't know. Again, I think they kind of look at it as, well, you know, Man United links. He was the assistant when we won the treble. Then you have to remind people we won the treble like 23 effing years ago. You know what I mean? That's nearly a quarter of a century. You know.
And again, another question I can ask you, because Donny's supposedly coming back. He is coming back. If Ten Hag does not start Donny van der Beek, what wrestling move do you think what wrestling finisher should he be allowed to do on the new manager? Or at least his body double, just playing. Like, what move do you reckon he should be able to inflict?
Well, the first time that he's naming the team and he goes, look, and Donny, you're on the bench. I think he gets up and just sweets him musics, him right in the jaw. And then when he's sitting on the bench, you know, like the Undertaker can get like lightning out of his fingers and all that kind of stuff. Just in the middle of the match, lightning bolt. You know, that happens. Or he's not even named in the squad. Lights go out in the stadium. Suddenly they come back on. He's just standing center circle.
That's too funny. No, all right. I mean, choose myself. I think he should do one that hurts. I think he should do the sharpshooter. I think he should just keep him in it
until he puts him in. Yeah. Put me in.
I'll be so. If anyhow Donny doesn't start, at least 65% of games next season is a travesty. It's totally wrong. And
it's a real possibility. I think it's a real possibility because, like they were saying, it's the general feeling has been with Donny, isn't it? Is that he lacks the physicality required for the Premier League. And maybe, look, Ten Hag obviously really rates Donny. He played him a lot at Ajax. Maybe if he comes to the same conclusion of, actually, you know what, Donny, like this league is a bit more physical than I thought. Like when Pep first came to the Premier League as well, it took him like 12 months because he realized actually what I was doing in Germany and Spain doesn't really totally translate here. Maybe Ten Hag will come to the same conclusion actually of like, you know, I'll give you, maybe he'll get more of a chance. I think maybe that's the key. He might get that chance that he didn't get initially, but he could come to that same conclusion, I think.
I'd be so furious. Literally, I think we're going to see we'll see a brand new Donny. And I think if this season, I know people don't want to say it, but we have to look at him like a brand new signing because he hasn't played for us. So even if we sign like 4 players this season, if you include Donny, it's 5. It has to be that because he hasn't had a chance. And then you bring back Ahmad. Ahmad has to play.
But he's not playing for Rangers, though, is he? At the moment.
Shit.
Yeah.
What a waste of money.
I mean, again, I asked you the question. I've asked you before. Where's Palestri?
Facundo. He just came to be his friend. He just came to look up Cavani. Yeah, he just came to be Cavani's mate, bruv. We paid money for Cavani to have him. We are an embarrassment. Facundo, listen, people tell me that he's good. We'll see. If he gets recalled for preseason, the preseason tour, they'll say a lot. I'm not holding my breath. I'm not holding.
Darwin Núñez, obviously,
I love it.
He's been playing well recently. He's been scoring goals. Fabrizio Romano said that Manchester United have discussed Darwin Núñez along with other options such as Richarlison internally. But yeah, Darwin Núñez, obviously we're looking for a striker. We're getting rid of an old Uruguayan striker. Could we be replacing him with a young, modern Uruguayan striker?
All right, so 1 second. It'll be good to see. 1 second. I wish I had this information before and I came prepared, but that's not me. I would love to do a Darwin Núñez best season versus a Richarlison best season. And how old is Richarlison actually? Just Richarlison.
I feel like Richarlison's older than people think. I want to say Richarlison is about 27. But I think that's too high.
No, he's not. He's 24.
Man, he's been around for a while.
He's been around for a while. 24 years old, born the 10th of May, 1997. He's going to be 25. It'll be interesting to see his best season because this season hasn't been good, right? 6 Premier League goals. Yeah, there you go. In 23 matches. That's terrible.
But like Nunes, like it feels like every week on Twitter or like against Liverpool, like he's just rattling in goals, constantly rattling in goals. And people are like, a lot of clubs are interested in him. Obviously United, but reportedly Chelsea. But they've got a bit of a Lukaku issue going on there. So I'm not sure what happens with that one.
Chelsea still got issues with who owns the club. They ain't getting no.
Exactly. But PSG are reportedly interested in him as well, which is a bit more feasible considering that Mbappe's going to probably go as well.
Will they see a player like PSG are even worse than us when it comes to like getting players for profile, getting players that are everybody knows them. They'll rather go through the everyone knows than a shirt seller. I don't think Darwin's reached that space. If PSG could really go into the market and try and get someone, Haaland, that makes sense. That's a Leonardo signing. Lewandowski is a Leonardo. Benzema. Those are the kind of, that's what they like to do. So I see them might be looking down on this. I think this could be again, these are my sources, people. And when I say my sources, just my imagination.
Exactly.
Just my thoughts. I do not know, but this is how I honestly see it as Man United should be in for this. This feels realistic for Man United. If you're going against Chelsea and PSG have got their issues. I don't think they'll make a common sense signing like this. We're up.
But this is the thing. We can laugh at someone like Steven Bergwijn, right? And I'm not trying to make a case for why United should sign him, but we do need to kind of get out of that mentality, don't we? Of we got to look for names or whatever, because it's been proven at this point that certain players cannot just work out at certain clubs. It doesn't mean they're not good.
Yeah, no, I really like
the coaches that come in. Who knows? It might be a great bit of business, right? Do we need to get out of that mindset as well?
Yeah. And this is why, again, because people are saying KG and this Richarlison thing, I like Calvert-Lewin as well, but just on this, Eric Ten Hag was able to turn Haller, a West Ham flop, into a feared striker. He's feared. The next time he goes for money, it'll be considerable. So I say to myself, well, maybe he could do it again with a player like Richarlison or a Calvert-Lewin, because again, the fee will be low, because I love Everton to get relegated. Just so
they were going to KG, but then we lost to them because we're rubbish. Just to piss on your bonfire a little bit there. Sorry.
That's uncalled for, mate.
Yeah, I just kind of snapped at you a little bit there. Baron says, "Get Statman Dave, all United fan, down to earth." Yeah, I don't know why. I just kind of I'm not over the loss at the weekend, to be honest with you, KG. That's why.
You know what? Hurt people. This is the phrase that I've been trying to get trending on here. And it's not like we're really upset. We're just hurt.
Bullying. I'm constantly.
You are a constant bully. You are a constant bully. Do you know what I really wanted to do? I wanted us to do a sketch of each of us speaking to the HR person. I think we should do it. I really want us to do it. When I
will be honest, because my concern is, we joke about, I want to talk to HR. But when a HR person does eventually come in, I feel like there might be an actual meeting that deep down I'm a bit concerned about. You know what I mean?
You should be.
Yeah.
You should be. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Why do you lot of people think that I'm smoking? Hold on. So this is why KG's doing HR headquarters. KG smoking budge again. No, I'm not. I don't smoke.
KG said this is what KG is doing in the HR headquarters.
Anyway, let's keep it moving. So you wanted me to answer a question. I'll finally do it for you on this channel. Yes, I do want Darwin Núñez. I think he'll be a good player for us. I hope the fee's not going to be ridiculous. 60 million for me feels about right. I feel we'll have a clear path-ish towards him, because the Lukaku issue doesn't sort out itself. Chelsea have bigger issues than Lukaku. You know, Roman Abramovich has some serious issues. The club has not been sold yet. I can't really see them doing business. They still need to sort out the Rudiger thing. So I'm not really worried about them. Again, PSG are going to continue. Don't be surprised. Well, Ronaldo's staying, but PSG is going to do what PSG do. You know, it's going to be a massive signing. They do every year.
DJ with the super chat says, KG, you really in the HR office? Nah, I can't believe this. I mean, the HR office isn't real, by the way, guys, yet. So
we're getting one, though.
No, it's not. No.
Really
I'm trying to kill that already. I'm trying to kill that already. Sweating a little bit. You can't look. I'm just like, you remember at the end of The Office where like Ricky Gervais gets made redundant, and they go, you know, they go, you offering at me or you telling me? They go, we're telling me. And then they're chatting again. He goes, whatever. He goes, don't make me redundant. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like I'll be in that meeting. I'll be like, they were like, look, you need to...
I would listen. It's you. You're not on my list, but if I had a list of people I want to get rid of on this channel, top at the pile, Cam. After Cam, I'd have to say you're up there, mate.
Apparently, Red Baron says Santan Dave, the rapper, and I said Statman Dave. You are. Thing is,
now I want you off the channel even more.
You're misjudging me. Like I know who any of these people are. I mean, who are you talking about? Who was Flex going to watch the other day? That I was like, I have no idea who you're talking about.
Luciano.
Yeah. They were chatting before the show, and they were like, Flex was, oh yeah, I'm busy. I've got to go to this. Luciano. I thought he was talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, but it's Leonardo. You got it wrong.
No, when we started sharing, because I was like, and then I spoke to you about, I've been trying to get into listen to, like, I would say, because I call it white music, but when I hear it out loud, doesn't sound that great. So I would say music done by white people. Yeah, is that clearer? You happy with that, Owen?
Well, no, I was just thinking about the other thing. So when we talked about that, yeah, you said Pink Floyd, and then Flex was like, he kept calling them the Pink Floyd.
And he didn't know who they were. He didn't know who they were. So then don't laugh at.
So don't laugh at me. Yeah.
That's right. I've got your back.
Because that's bullying. Okay. And one thing I can't stand is a bully. Okay. I'll go to HR over this, right? When they're here eventually.
I'm telling you. So right now, yeah, just imagine I've been doing some, like, there's a few bands that I'm really starting to like at the moment. I haven't tried Metallica yet. Would you say is that a good look for me?
Yeah.
Really? But I don't like that music.
On the Peloton. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. When you're on it's a great Peloton.
I think that music.
Every time I speak, you're gonna do that. Sounds like you're vomiting. You sound like a girl off Exorcist when she's throwing up. That's what you sound like. JT Online says, what realistic midfield trio can compete with Liverpool and City? Fred plus question mark. Is it Bruno a 10 or an 8 with Ten Hag? Okay, do you want to answer that question?
I'm playing. Shit, I didn't hear the question because I was too busy.
Me too. I was too busy laughing. What realistic midfield trio can compete with Liverpool and City? Fred +2.
None. We're fucking shit. Honestly, let's be serious. Compete with Liverpool's midfield.
It's two players we don't have. Let's be honest. That's the thing at the moment. I think that's kind of the impression, isn't it?
Putting Bruno in there. You know, the Rice thing could work, but I just don't like the price.
Yeah, you don't like the price of rice.
I don't like the price of rice at all. And I know it, again, we're going to get cancelled. We're never getting a show from Flex. Get the show from Flex. Rice, Bruno.
And Fred, that's what you were saying. You were saying Rice, Bruno, and Fred.
No, it's not good enough. Can
he not improve? He's improved already. And Rannick, can he improve more under Ten Hag?
Not good enough. Oh, darn it. It's not here. It's what you're looking for. We don't. And I want to say Donny, but I don't even. Do you like that midfield? Rice, Donny, and Bruno? with Bruno sitting
right now.
With Bruno Bruno deeper. So Bruno actually playing.
I don't think we play
where
that
Pogba
formation
plays,
under Ten Hag, though. I think he does 4-2-3-1. So I don't even think we play a midfield three.
I'm so used to it as well. That's going to be a big change, actually. But
yeah,
changing for the better is always. I don't know, man. I watched the I was watching Liverpool versus Man City. I was watching some of the highlights, and I was watching that goal that they scored. You know, the diving header, and they're just passing it, just bopping it. It was ridiculous. It was just like pure football, and I was like, we are so far from that. When that felt like a created move, like they knew they was gonna do that. We don't have that. So to think that we can get our team to play like that now, I can't even fathom. It's going to take us so long. I actually imagine that we're going to lose a few games at the beginning of the season, like early. Really, it's not Wednesday, mate.
that's what I was.
But then I've done it before, Red Wednesday on a Thursday, so it's not his fault. Yeah.
Shout out to the Discord. I want a right back, central defensive midfielder, and a striker only. That's all they want. Nate says no hairline jokes today, KG. All love, bro. Why'd you have to bring it up? You know what I mean?
Nate is a snake, bruv. Nate,
I feel partially responsible for that. I feel like I've said that a couple of times, that I've made that acceptable.
Yeah, someone said that my hairline's like Maguire, non-existent, and I thought, that was brilliant. That hurt. I even told my wife, I told my wife, she laughed. My wife is meant to be supporting.
She's meant to be slapping me. I thought she's meant to be, your sort of Will Smith kind of situation, right? Roles reversed.
She don't love me the way Will Smith loves Jada, boy. She laughed.
Yeah.
But wait, that's what
she did.
No, wait, that's what he did.
Exactly. But I think the reaction would be is that so she would laugh and look over to you and you're rolling the eyes, and then she would laugh even more.
Yeah, she would. I should call her in there and say,
and then slap you.
I should ask her. I can't trust her. She's too reckless. If I was to call my wife in here to be a part of this, she'll say something stupid. So we're gonna
and we haven't done that at all, so it's fine. Asher says Nkunku, Timber, Lema, Phillips for me. Johnson if the goalkeeper leaves. Sal, Matic, Martial, one goalkeeper. Our right winger can wait, but if Doku is available, maybe. He's got a full transfer plan.
I like what that person's done. I would say that Phillips is a no for me, though. Phillips has got some injury history.
But is that just because how Leeds rather have played this season? Because for however many years after a summer when he played constantly, Bielsa keep running, run him into the ground. Is that a potential reason?
We're going to run though. We're going to run harder. We're actually going to run harder. So Phillips is a no for me. There was a moment when I said, I like him. I like what he could be for us. Now I'm not with it. I think just that injury thing, he's missed a lot of games this season. I don't think has he even suited up? Has he even been in the starting 11? I don't like the move at all. And I don't like the English tax will be in there as well. So, nah. Someone said KG's hairline is like McTominay as a 6. Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
United Abroad says best seasons Darwin Nunes.
As well, McTominay. So you're saying
I tried to move on quickly. Okay, you're the one reminiscing. You're the one ruminating, rather. Whatever the word is. Okay, I'm trying to move on quickly.
No, Owen, you're just like Flex. You brought this up just so you can laugh at my hairline. You sound like you're on my side.
It was a super chat.
No. This is exactly what Flex would do. He's rubbing off on you, mate. This is bad. It's really bad.
Well, it wasn't me saying that Flex was bad, by the way, Flex, if you're watching, okay? It's my co-host.
Keep going. What are we saying?
United Abroad says best seasons. Darwin Nunes, 24 goals, 3 assists, 21-22 season versus Richarlison, 13 goals, 3 assists, 18-19 season. So that's the comparison you were looking for.
I think that clears that up again then. Okay.
Camp said Bruno should learn from Fred. I can never forgive him. I will say it every day.
That's why I want him out.
How you
That's why.
feeling about Cam at the moment, by the way, KG?
I've always feel the same about Cam. Yeah, I want him gone. I just want him gone. And he hasn't even done anything, but it just made me happy. Like, yes, he's gone. You know, that's my thing. I think I got really
Fully
offended.
admitted, there's no reason for you to, want
No, you know what? No, it is. No, it is. It was the Bruno Delo saga. He was adamant that Delo was better, and he was wrong. You know, he told me that Delo's got a great delivery. I'm still waiting for my Amazon package. Hasn't come yet. It's not here. It will never arrive. And I think that's where.
In fairness, Wan-Bissaka, they picked him off an 804-man shortlist. You know, and they would have checked that stat, obviously. Ethan says, what about giving Garner a chance and finding out if he can help solve the midfield issues? He doesn't cost any money. Well, people are a bit divided on whether Garner's actually going to get a chance next season, aren't they? There are some people going, no, he should go back on loan. And there are some people going, no, maybe give him a chance. What do you think?
He's definitely playing for Ten Hag. This is just my feelings. Ten Hag likes a younger player. I think he's had a good. He's better than anything we've got at the moment in our midfield. And if you want to say a part of a revolution or a part of to show, I think we have to show players that we're not afraid to play the young players. I think there's a big reason why Camavinga didn't come is because he knew he was never going to play in our midfield. It's going to take years. We have to change that. So if you let's say we do sign a player like Timber and he starts playing immediately, as a young player, I say that's a likely destination to go. We missed out on Jude Bellingham because he knew you're not going to play. You know, most players that if you're a young player and you come to Man United, you're not playing. But hopefully now with the ethos changing and just what Ragnick said, we need younger players. We need more hungry players, and that can only come with youth. You know, I think that is the key. So I would say Ghana should be thinking about getting into this team. You know, I think he's got a strong chance with the new manager that we have potentially.
Nate H says, I said it was like Maguire's defending in reference to your hairline, by the way. He said KG's hairline was like Maguire's defending. Record defensive goal scorer for England and all that kind of stuff. So
you're making it worse. But I've let go of my hairline. Look, it's just not there. It's just not there. I don't even fight it.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like Krillin from Dragon Ball Z. Again,
I haven't watched Dragon Ball Z since I was like a kid.
Really?
Something. Yeah, I used to watch it when I was a kid, but never really used to follow like any kind of, story with it. You know what I mean? All I'm aware of is that there are people that go like this and giant balls of energy happens and sometimes their hair turns blonde.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Actually, it's not that good. It's like your first, usually it's people's first entry anime, but then you start to see.
Last time you tried to get me to watch some anime. Well, I say I said I was going to watch some. It was Attack on Titan, and then it freaked me out after a couple of episodes. There's giant people eating people, KG.
You didn't finish it?
No, I'm still like a few episodes in.
You gave up?
I didn't give up. I just,
You told me you was enjoying it. Like you said, it was.
I was enjoying it. But, I didn't like the kid early on. I told you that at the time.
Jaeger.
He's a whinger. And I know his mum got eaten. And that would make you whinge, in fairness. But
disgusting.
You are not. You're a cheat.
No. So you're upset that he's complaining about his dead mother being.
No, he was whinging before. Okay, he was whinging before. One of the first scenes, there's some guards guarding the place, and he starts berating them. You're not guarding the place properly. You're a kid. Get out of here.
I can't do this.
KG, the comedian from the future, 2024, says, I know he's my bold brother, but Ten Hag out, #LVG 2.0.
I really hope that never happens. I really hope that never happens. Seriously, Owen, though, go back and do Attack on Titan. It's absolutely brilliant. It's the best. It's literally one of the best. It's the best I've seen. It's the best.
I don't watch a lot of TV, honestly. I mean, I watched Peacemaker the other day.
What do you think?
And that was good. It was really good. I told you it was good.
Oh yeah, we did talk about it actually. You've been still watching that Moon Knight as well.
Oh, so good, isn't it? Really good. I watched. Have you watched the latest
I
episode?
watched
No
the bit that
spoilers,
you was
obviously.
now watch the last episode, not the recent one, the one before when you was like, "There's
This
too
one's
much
brilliant.
CGI." It's not too
Yeah.
much CGI. It was actually perfect.
No, I didn't say too much. I said
Yeah.
I said the first episode, the CGI was bad. That's what I said. I didn't say it was too much. I said it was bad.
Anyway,
When did logs blow in the wind? When does that happen? When?
it's like, shut up, man.
Nate H says Flex got the Sadio Mane thing going on. Wow, come on.
Yeah, Flex has got the Vegeta hairline, bruv, and that is funny. Flex has got Flex. I told Flex when I first saw him, he had the Jolien Lescott, bruv. And he was. Don't let me start talking about hairlines, bruv. I'm elite with it, bro, because I missed mine, bro. I can keep going, bruv. Someone said Flex's hairline was on a milk carton, bruv. Missing, fam. I can keep going. I'm going to get fired, innit?
No, keep going. It's fine.
This is my last day. You listen, it's been great on the United View. Catch me later on the United Stand. I'm back. See you later.
This is why we're not going to be allowed to have a show, KG. This is why we're not allowed to have a show.
See you later.
Do you know what we said before we went live as well? We were just chatting very like politely and all that kind of stuff. And I went, ready to end your career? And he went, let's go for it. I didn't think you were being serious. It was a joke. JT Online says, I'm high on Ghana. Does he improve our current starting 11? KG?
I've lost my job. What?
Does Ghana improve our starting 11?
I think I should call Flex and say you're going to see some things when. Hey, we need to call. Wait, hold on.
Aussie says at least McTominay exists, unlike KG's headline. This is just
it's crazy. Hold on 1 second. I think I just want to quickly call. Get ahead of it. Oh darn it! I can't connect it. There you go. Let me just quickly call Flex and tell him you're gonna see some things, mate.
You've had regret. You've had the comedian's regret. That's what you've had. You've gone for a joke.
Oh shit. Here we go. Yo, sorry. Hello, mate. You're live on the channel. I just want to quickly tell you, you might see some stuff. You might see some videos of people talking about your hairline.
Yeah. Did I talk about yours?
Don't take it serious.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're gonna you might be surprised by the person it is talking about your hairline again.
So it's Owen. Okay.
Yeah, it could be Owen.
So it's Owen.
It could be Owen. It could be someone else.
Or it could be you.
All I'm saying is, I would stay off Twitter for the next 24 hours. How's that?
Yeah. No, that's fine. Like it is, people want to say what they need to say. You be comfortable with what you be comfortable with, Cool.
Okay, so if you saw something from someone that you considered a friend,
yeah,
a close friend,
yeah,
and it was like, oh man, how can they say that? What would you do? Like, how would you deal with that from a working for you?
Just laugh. Just if someone makes a funny thing and you're secure in yourself and you're happy with who you are and how you are, smile, laugh.
Okay, thank you. Good to know. Good to know. Again, stay off. Stay off Twitter. Stay off
what you said.
Stay off Twitter. And these little snakes, they're gonna send it to him. Anyway, Flex, thank you so much for this opportunity. Let me be on the channel.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be working together very soon, so it's fine.
See you later. Sounded positive, innit?
Yeah, it sounded positive. It's bad when you're explaining it to someone and they're just very calm. They're going, yeah.
I'm finished.
Yeah.
Our last day. All right.
You know what? I feel like I'm somewhat responsible that I started this storm. You got caught up in it. Said a reckless thing.
I'm easily led. It says it on all my reports at school. Easily led. What else they say? They said I'm really disruptive. I don't know where that one came from though.
No, I don't. I think you're fine.
Is there anything else you want me to talk about?
I mean, we were going to talk about the stadium, but
we should. Let's do it. We can go over. It could be my last day.
Go over. Exactly. If we just never end the broadcast, you can't leave. Ideas.
Let's go.
So, Man United announced today. It feels weird going back to like normal news and actual presenting, doesn't it? And trying to be normal. Manchester United announced that they have appointed a team of leading consultants to begin work on creating a master plan for the redevelopment of Old Trafford. Now, the people they have hired are the same people or the brains behind the state-of-the-art Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Ooh. They've been handed the responsibility of redeveloping Old Trafford. Manchester United have insisted the supporters will be kept at the heart of the process, starting with a meeting between the master planners and the recently formed Man United Fans Advisory Body later this month. Man United are aiming to preserve the identity and heritage of Old Trafford while dramatically improving fan experience. At present, building a new stadium with a capacity to rival or eclipse Wembley's 90,000 appears to be the least likely scenario. But what do you think about that? They're hiring the people that were the brains behind the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to redevelop Old Trafford.
You know what? There's this thing about just redevelop. I don't think it's really difficult, right? Because there's only so much they can do with the development, or because of the tracks, the canal, all that other stuff. So it feels like it doesn't feel like it's going to be the next level. I don't want to speak too soon because some of these people are incredible with the changes. Like I think what they've done to Craven Cottage for Fulham is pretty impressive, But we're bigger than that. Craven Cottage is easier to lift that into something else. I honestly feel that we have to knock it down. We have to.
Completely. You think we have to start over?
I think we have to start over. Remember, like, our 10 years, I would say, let's say 15 years from now, they're going to look at us and look at City, and we're like, we'll be the annoying neighbors. We'll start to look like that because, again, they've been updating and upgrading their situation. And then R1, we don't even have TVs in there, mate. We can't see replays. So it's like, it's no Wi-Fi. Then we say to ourselves, it's a classic. But football has to move forward. And something that keeps you ahead is having the best in class, from the training facilities, from the stadium. So even when there's
it's not like a listed building, you know what I mean? Where you can't touch, we can't touch it. You know what I mean? Like you said, like things evolve. They have to get better. Like you can have a really nice house in the 70s and it looks amazing. But if you don't do any work between the 70s and today, you look at the house and go, that house looks like shit. And that's the problem.
And that is Old Trafford. That is, and I don't want to hear this nonsense of, we think of all the great things that's happened here. You can still, I know we got the Munich tunnel in it. It does feel great walking through there to the Stretford, and that is a beautiful walk. But we just have to be realistic. Like you're at the stadium and you can just feel people's knees in your back. Like you're just getting that shiatsu massage, like from this massive guy with a pie, bro. And you're like, I don't want this right now. Like you're too close.
You can't even get pies at halftime. Tilts down.
It's too much. So it's like we have to change it. We have to upgrade. It'll just again in a few years' time, it'll just be embarrassing when I do drive past North London and I see Arsenal Stadium. It's impressive, These are like
it's the idea that it would lose the atmosphere. I've seen people go, "I'll lose atmosphere." Like Atletico Madrid last night. That's a new stadium that was built in the last 5 years or so, 10 years, whatever. I mean, that place was bouncing last night. Vicente Calderon, their old stadium, of course it was old, but it had loads of atmosphere and some great nights and all that kind of stuff. But times change. You got to evolve. You've got to continue going, because if you stand still, you'll get left behind, and that's ultimately the situation. My reaction to it was, again, I looked at it and went, okay, great. Like the stadium does need redeveloping. Whether or not it gets completely knocked down, I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to try and redevelop one of the stands and all that kind of stuff. But I saw some people going, "Oh, here we go, more PR and all that kind of stuff." And my reaction to that is like, what do you want then? Like, what do you want then? Because this is the thing, right? So you go like, it's terrible. Nobody's touched the stadium in like 20 years or whatever. This is leaking. That's not working. Rubbish. And then they go, we're going to fix the roof. We're going to try and redevelop the stadium. They go, PR, load of rubbish.
Everything
Well,
is PR though. Everything with us, we whatever we do is going to be seen as PR. But I do know that I think we had a mouse problem at Old Trafford. Check it, Google it. One of my mates, he sends it to me all the time. He's like, man, your stadium's there. You got a mouse infestation and this, that, and the other, and your what do you call it? Your roof's leaking. It's embarrassing. We got to change. Purely, we have to change. You know, like that's enough for me. But then the leaky.
Apparently it's because Old Trafford is located next to the canal, and therefore there's a mouse issue.
Yeah. It's exactly. And I hate those things with a passion. So
What mice? You're not a fan.
Nah, I'm not. You know what? This is a mean community, and no one can.
They can crush their whole body into like tiny little holes and stuff like that, man. It's not nice. I was when I was living in London, I was in like a flat that was on like the 3rd floor up. So I thought you kind of avoided all that kind of stuff. Mouse in there. And the worst thing is, I couldn't get rid of it because if like I just had to sort of like stamp on the floor a bit, and then it would go away for me to get across to the other side of the room.
I'm not playing.
I'm more scared of you.
I'm not playing this game. You lot, no one. This is not a safe space. I won't be looked after here. I'm not telling you how deep this thing goes.
What with mice?
We'll leave it there.
Well, have you had an experience with them? Is that the problem?
We'll leave it there.
I'm the same with spiders. I don't like spiders.
I won't even tell you when we just chat on the phone as just friends.
Right.
Because nah. Oh no.
What? I'm going to take the mick at you. Oh, Cagey's scared of mice, guys.
Well,
what a loser.
You don't know. You don't know the harm. All right, cool.
Jermaine says KG literally pulled a Pogba on the international break with the flex comments.
I did. Oh, let me say bye officially. Listen, it was great being here. What a run. If I do come back, thank you so much for pleading my case. It's been brilliant though. Onwards and upwards.
Exactly. KG's contract ends at 100k. So he decided to end on the best note possible, which was on this show. We had joked several times. And again, this wasn't even the KO show, guys.
At least I got to say goodbye this time, though.
Yeah. Well, that's we'll wrap it up there. I fell for that as well. We'll wrap it up there. Yeah. Bye.